Doug made it and it's very effective. We've written a list. We've made a plan over breakfast. We had a breakfast meeting. There we are. That's on our list, 4 of those we needed. Nice looking plants. There we are. Not the best time when they're in flower really, but they'll come back again. So I'm not too worried about that. These are the sage plants that I grew from cuttings and they've taken really well in this little mini window box. Right. Just pulling them apart like that. So those I'll keep. These ones I'll plant back. How's beetroot getting on? Well, it's been over a week now and I must say most of it's taken. Some of the leaves have died off, so I just need to remove those. If they do smell, then they might not be the right choice. If you follow my video, you'll have seen this contraption in an earlier video. Doug made it and it's very effective. He made it using an old tin piece off the roof of our old shed. And that goes into a little bit of cut off IBC tank. It was one that Danny was disregarding. And then that goes then through a pipe into this water butt because the tote is nice and full. So it comes, the shed fills up the tote and then that pipe there, the overflow then goes into here. So it's really great, isn't it, saving your own water. And you can't beat rainwater for your plants, can you? So I'm just going to fill up my watering cans. And Doug's filled up the herb bed. Let me show you. So what I'm going to do now is just water the herb bed and settle it in because I'm going to be planting it soon. So I'll give it a drop of water. Right, let's put the lid back on there and I'll put that there and a brick on the top. It works anyway. This is the herb bed I showed you in my last video. Doug's filled it up now and the compost is not looking too bad actually. It's from the old, from the compost bin that was over there. And I'm really pleased with that because obviously it hasn't cost us a penny to fill this up. So we've already marked it out now with where roughly we want to put the herbs. So I'm looking forward to planting that up now. So what I'm going to do first of all, before I plant the herbs, is give it a bit of a watering because the soil is looking quite dry. And that'll help to settle the soil, give it a bit of moisture before I plant the herbs. There we are, nice and moist now. I've got some cardboard and kitchen scraps in this bin. Oh, there's a few flies in there. I've got my rubber gloves on. What I'm going to do is put in the garlic. So I know when I take that top off, there's going to be a load of flies. That's why I put my rubber gloves on in case I got to zhuzh it around a bit, you know. And I put all the kitchen scraps now in the garlic because the rats were having a right old time taking the scraps from the compost heap. You know, I know they got to feed and all that, but I don't want to encourage them if I can help it. And when I was taking the footage, trying to get Trevor the Hedgehog, all I was getting in the end was rats. Now for putting the kitchen scraps on here. That's all the rhubarb leaves from the last time. Oh. Okay. By here is a hedgehog house and I've not checked it for ages to see if there's any hedgehogs in there. But I put some food there and I put some water. I couldn't find the hedgehog dish, so I just put a foil pie dish there for now. Well, you know, the foil thing that pies come in. And I'm looking forward now to seeing if Trevor the Hedgehog or any other hedgehog is around, and I'm hoping that the rats are not still here. I did put some rat deterrent down, but that was ages ago, so it's probably all gone now, or washed away, you know, with the rain. So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow now when I check the footage.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light.
We've come to the garden centre today to get some herbs because we didn't have all the herbs that we wanted for our new herb bed. So we've just had breakfast and we've written a list. We've made a plan over breakfast. We had a breakfast meeting. So now we're going to pick our herbs, and then it'll be back to the allotment then to see if our design works. Right, so we need 6 trailing thyme. Did I get that one?
Oh, no.
Right, that's our 6 trailing thyme. Right, do you want to get one with flower on them?
No, these have flower.
Yeah, I know, but these are already in flower and they look pretty, won't they, when they're done? When the bed's done. They got more, do you know what I mean? I know they will flower, but I want to get ones with flowers on them now. So when it's all done, they look pretty. Go for that one, is it, Doug? 4 non-trailing. 4 non-trailing thyme. That's marjoram. Do you use marjoram at all? We haven't got any other thyme. Oh, you are in this thyme here? Is that thyme? Oh no, that's savoury. Marjoram. Oh. Oh well, they haven't got any non-creeping thyme, so we'll have to go elsewhere, see if they got some. Otherwise we won't be able to stitch all down. Right. We're going to check elsewhere, they might have some elsewhere. Well, we found some thyme at last. These plants are at $3.99 each. It just goes to show it's worth growing your own, you know, planting your own seeds, but it takes forever. Anyway, these are $3.99 and the other ones were $5.10. So these don't work out as good value, but they are nice looking plants. There we are. That's on our list, 4 of those we needed. Nice looking plants. There we are. Right, let's go and pay for them. Right, let's go to the car and get those herbs. My poor trolley's looking absolutely disgusting. Could do with a good clean, but I'm not bothered about that at the moment. It'll do a turn. There's a lovely big sunflower by there. Ooh. I'm sure the handle was longer than this. I'm sure it was. I think it's a bit broken. I'll have to look into it. While we were at the garden centre having breakfast, we made a plan and a list of what we needed to buy. So I've got the herbs here now, so I'm going to set them out, and then I need to dig up some from the allotment. And I think I've got the sage somewhere around here. I've got the sage by there, so I can just take the plants from there, and then I'll dig up the rest, and I'll keep on planting in different herbs as and when they're big enough to plant in, or when the season is a bit better and I can plant them in then. Right, let's get on with it then. Right, that's rosemary there. 4 thyme plants. This thyme is called Golden Queen. What variety is it? Oh, it just says rosemary on that one. So we've got Golden Queen there. It's quite a nice variegated thyme. So we agreed on 4 plants there. So that's that. So now then, where are the others going? So this is a common creeping thyme. So I think we've got 2 there, 2 there. Now these 4 plants of rosemary, Miss Jessup's upright, is they're going home. So I'm going to pop those up to take home later. We also picked up some lavender plants, and this is a super blue lavender. So we thought they'd look quite nice in amongst the herbs as well. So I'm going to pop, I think I'll have 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. These are the sage plants that I grew from cuttings, and they've taken really well in this little mini window box. There we are. You can see all the roots on them there. So I just need to separate them out now. There we are. Some lovely roots on there. So they make quite nice plants. I've got my little folding stool, save my back. This is what I found in the little shed on plot 2 when we took the plot over. Right then, I'm looking forward to this. So let's start this planting then. Right, first of all the sage. I've got some parsley plants in this bed here. I'm going to dig those up for my herb bed. Nice lot of roots on there. I also want to dig up these garlic chives. There we are, a nice lot of parsley plants. These ones I grew from seed. These garlic chives look really pretty, so I'm going to dig some of those up and put those in her bed as well. Not the best time when they're in flower really, but they'll come back again, so I'm not too worried about that. These garlic chives are well rooted, so I'm not sure if that's bindweed or their own roots there. So I need to dig quite a big hole for these. I can see already this parsley especially is starting to flag. So before I put any more herbs in here, I'm going to give it a watering with 2 watering cans, and then I'll go and fill them up. Do some chives, because I'm going to put some chives in here next. Do the chives, and then give it another watering. In the herb bed, along with the garlic chives with a pretty white flower, they flower this time of year. And what I'd like to do is put some ordinary chives, and they look really pretty late spring with their pink flowers. So I'm going to put those in the middle as well, along with the garlic chives. So if I, what I'm going to do, because these flowered really pretty last year, I'm going to dig some up and split them. Well, try and split them as I'm digging them up, really. So I'm after about 5 or 6 plants, so I'll see how many I can mist from the ones I've already got. Oh, I do have some garlic chive seeds, so I may sow some of those as well, but not today. I'll leave that for another day. Oh, I'm not sure I should have got the shovel for this. I think I better get the shovel and dig up more of the roots. Right, there's a nice clump there. So if I try and split it, and I'll plant half of it back and take half of it over on the other plot. There we are. Right. I think I'll leave that bit and take that over on the other plot. Right, I'll split another clump now. Right, so I'm just pulling them apart like that. So those I'll keep. These ones I'll plant back. See, and they're starting to flower again, look. So that's 3 plants. And I've just found the label, British Herb Chives. And replant this. I've also found a nice little primrose, look. That's nice, isn't it? I might put that nearer the front, actually. Oh, I know. Why don't I stick it in with the peanut? I don't think the peanut's going to grow anyway. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? It's difficult here because there's some perennial cornflowers right on top of them. So I'll have to try and do my best to get the spade in. Again, just pulling them apart like that, and keeping some to plant over there and replanting the others. Well, I've managed to dig out 5 chive plants, so I'll plant those in now, and come the spring, late spring, they should look really pretty in here when all the other flowers have gone. So that's a herb bed all planted up with plants that we need for now. These are herbs that Doug uses the most, but there's still a few I'd like to put in here, such as oregano and dill, to name but a few, a couple. So yeah, I'm happy with the result for now, though. I'm not sure there's going to be room for dill and coriander and everything else, but I will find the room. Have a look. There's our herb bed, freshly planted with all the herbs. Well, time for a cuppa now. Don't be fooled. I've got 2 cups of tea, but nobody's with me today. No Danny, no Doug, no Johnny, no Emma, no Cheryl and Dale. I made myself 2 cuppas though because I'm really thirsty. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. Well deserved, I think. this along here was our old herb bed. We've already dug up the parsley and it's gone in the new raised bed that Doug made. We've got lemon balm left there. Now that spreads out, quite a bit. So we've decided we're going to pop that up in a box so it doesn't spread everywhere. So that'll go down by the new herb bed. We've got a nice sage plant here. Actually, this was a cutting earlier on in the year, and it's really grown lovely. So I'm going to pop that one up and take it home because Doug does make lovely stuffing, and I don't think it'll harm the plant so much if he starts cutting that. So that'll go home. Then we've got lemon verbena. Now that as well now is going to be potted up, and that'll go down by the new herb bed as well. We've also got chard. To be honest, we're not that fussed on chard, but it does look pretty growing, doesn't it? I put it in the group chat. One of the plot holders that said they'd have one plant, but we've got a few here, so I'll dig up the rest and put in the group chat again, see if anyone else wants any. If not, I'll see if I can find a spot somewhere, because there usually is this time of year, isn't there? So I'll see if I can replant it. If not, unfortunately, they'll end up on the compost, but I don't really want to do that. There's one already gone to seed, which will be going on the compost heap. And once I've done that, I can see there's some forget-me-not plants at the back that have self-seeded. So I'll bring those to the front, and then we've got 3 gooseberry bushes to go at the back near where the blueberries are. So sounds like a plan. So let's get cracking. Grass. There's grass growing amongst this. That's one. Plenty of roots on that. I'm going to be digging up these 2 gooseberry bushes, and they'll be planted in the bed that I've just prepared by the blueberry bushes. And also later on, we'll be digging up the blackcurrant bush there, and that'll be replanted probably down this end, I think. Because at the back here, we're going to have a little bark pathway so that we can access the herbs at the back of the new herb bed, and also so that we can pick the blackcurrants and the blackberries that are over this side. Otherwise, it's a bit awkward to get at, so that's the plan anyway. So all work in progress, isn't it? There we are. I've got these 2 now to plant them. So that's the gooseberries planted, I've got some forget-me-nots now to replant, and also we've got some wild garlic. And I didn't know where it was, but as I was pulling up all the weeds and whatnot, I did come across the wild garlic. So I'm going to put the wild garlic in amongst the gooseberries, because in the springtime when they flower, they look quite pretty. And then I'll put the forget-me-nots at the edge of the bed. Oh, do you know what? There's still bits of bindweed in here, and it's not much, though. It's only little bits and bobs, you know, that we find as we're going along. Can't complain after all the bindweed that we did dig up, though. And you're going to get that anywhere in you, really, bindweed. The wild garlic are just like little bulbs, look, see? So that's what I found. So I'm just going to replant that now. So if I pop them down where they're going to go, they did look pretty in the springtime. There's only a few plants, there's not many really. So if I plant these first, and then I'll get on with planting the forget-me-nots. These ones are too near the pathway, so I'm just moving them in a bit. In my last video, I thinned out the beetroot and I put the beetroot in this section here, and someone asked, one of my viewers asked, how's beetroot getting on? Well, it's been over a week now, and I must say most of it's taken. Some of the leaves have died off, so I just need to remove those. But on the whole, fingers crossed, and I would give it a thumbs up. It's doing okay. Thank you for asking. There we are. I've removed most of the leaves from the beetroot that I thinned out. That's the original beetroot there, so that's looking better now, so that can grow bigger and that'll grow on as well. In this bunch of flowers, I also picked some cosmos. I didn't realise you could pick it as cut flowers, but I'm not sure how long it's going to last, so we'll see. And what else did I put? Oh, I pinched some fern from Danny. Thanks, Danny. And a couple of little sunflowers. I wasn't going to pick them, but I thought I would. Little treat. for my friend. And what else? Oh, I put some garlic chive flowers in amongst it as well. I thought they'd look pretty, but if they do smell, then they might not be the right choice. So there they are, lovely bunch of allotment flowers.
I forgot to press record. Oh.